Yeah, buddy. You know what it is. You know what it do. It's 1/6 of the All Points crew. This is Jonathan the Great, and I am doing All Points B-side. So basically, since we're going down to one a day, I don't agree with that. So I'm coming back in here to put these words up in your ears, and you're gonna get it and you're gonna listen to it and like it. All right, cool. Boom. I know some people have been wondering where I've been at, all two of you. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I took off because I was a little bit angry, and maybe I'm a little immature and don't know how to express my feelings towards people. And I'm lying, of course. I think I'm the greatest podcaster on this panel, which is fine by me. I'm entitled to my opinion. Them niggas can't whoop me in this shit, so it don't matter. But you know. I get passionate about this shit, and I feel like we can do a better job of what we've been doing. And I don't know if they either don't agree with me or they just don't want to hear that from me. But whatever. I ain't here to kick their backs in. It is what it is. I'm going to be back here on Fridays, God willing. But yeah, man, I will say it's crazy. The last episode I was here was Black Nigga Wukong. And if you listened all the way through, then you can hear when I'm leaving and I'm saying a bunch of things about how I'm quitting this podcast and I ain't never come back and how I'm the greatest on the planet and yeah, blah, 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 blah. But that bitch ass nigga A2 put a little baby noises in there and had him crying and shit, which is fine by me. You know, I guess, I motivate people in different ways, which is fine. But yeah, man, like I said, all two of you been wondering where I've been at. Few things been going on since I've been gone. Sit back, relax, put your hand in your pants like Al Bundy, and I'm gonna tell you a few stories. Yeah. So, had 3 birthdays come up. It was Sanaya's birthday, Serafina's birthday, and my baby's birthday, Aria. She hit 40. She old as fuck, which is fine by me. But yeah, it was a good time. I did not invite the fellas. Which is fun and fine by me, they weren't gonna show up anyway. But I had a conversation with somebody, and they felt a type of way because I didn't invite anybody. It's almost like it was intentional, and it really wasn't. I don't know. I'm terrible when it comes to parties and inviting people. I had somebody else at a recent party get mad at me for the same shit, but it is what it is. But yeah. I think for my upcoming birthday, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a great bash. People are gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be the best thing that there's ever been, the bigliest. But it is what it is. But that's been it with me. Not a whole lot, and not a whole lot to get into on that because who cares? But yeah, moving on to other things. A lot of things have been going on in the news lately. A lot of topics, whatever. Some shit that I find hilarious, which I'm gonna go ahead and get into. If we're talking about on the internet, have found a new Reddit. Now it's not the perverted shit that Kyle be getting into or whatever. It's more comedic and whatnot. And if you're listening, if you're actually a person that gets on Reddit and you want to get into a subreddit, if you will. That's kind of funny. It's r/fat rappers, and I have to say that it is the greatest subreddit that has ever been. Like, no disrespect to the dead or anything like that, but even they're not safe from getting their pictures modified and turned into fat niggas. Like, and they'll change the name on it too. So they go somebody like Pop Smoke. They had a like extra throat or something. I don't know. It was just wild ass shit. And they make these dudes look super, super, super fucking fat. And I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a child. I find that to be funny. And I think you will too. Fat rappers. Yeah, that shit was funny. Moving on. Talking about perverted ass shit that's going on. This is okay. I'm gonna let everybody that's listening know. A lot of the things that are on my list have been accumulating since I've left the show the first time or whatever, which, whatever. It is what it is. I take notes on things that I think are interesting, and I try to bring them into the show. That's, inside baseball, but it's not really that important. But breastfeeding Instagrams are definitely where it's at. I mean, and the crazy thing is, it's not so much like you're excited to see a boob. It's just you're excited to see a boob that's on a place that you're not supposed to see it. It's like when National Geographic shit came out and you see big ass orangutan African titties. It was fucking amazing. Like, it's stuff that you're not supposed to see where you're seeing it, and that makes it so much better. I don't know why, but it just is. I'm putting y'all up on game. Excuse me. So go ahead and get on your Instagrams and go ahead and check that shit out. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, granted, you're gonna see a little dumbass baby sitting there, but you know, whatever. What can you do? Kids ruin everything. All right. Let's see. There was a question that had been presented while out and about or whatever, and it's one that I kind of wanted to get into on the show, but you know, as it is right now, I'm pretty much doing a solo dolo, and hopefully you're still listening. But it's pretty much like, would you look past your current partner cheating if she cheated down? Like, would you rather them cheat up or would you rather them cheat down? And when I say that, I basically mean, like, let's say that you've been with somebody for forever. Like in my case, like if I'm with my girl and we've been together for fucking forever, like would I rather her cheat up to a dude that's well off and whatever, probably looks better, which, I mean, impossible, but whatever. Or would I rather her cheat down, you know, like a dude that's short, has a name like Alex or something like that, you know, something like that, you know. Actually, let me back that up because I'm going to get myself into a corner. But basically when cheating down for like a broke ass nigga named whatever, and he ain't got shit going for him or whatever, would I rather her cheat up or down? And I kind of had to think about it for a few days or whatever, and I kind of would rather her cheat down. And I guess I was looking at it on the lines of like, I'm going to be with this person for ever. Pepsi break. But would I rather them cheat up or cheat down? I guess I would look at it like I would rather them cheat down so I can still, I guess, have that sort of a man, you know, pride in me that at least the guy isn't like, quote unquote, better than me. You know, if you're out there slumming it or whatever, I'm just going to be a little bit disgusted with you. But at the same time, I know that you're not escaping out of the dungeon to go get with a prince or something like that. You know, I got to get on my Bowser shit. You with me forever. But I guess let me know what you think. You know, would you rather them cheat up or down? I mean, you know, how secure are you in your relationship to stay in there? And could you deal with her being with somebody that's a top-notch nigga? Who knows? But yeah. Yeah. I know probably Gene will probably judge me for having that that thought. Like, what's going on in your mind? Ooh, shut up, nigga. But yeah, man. Let's see. What else has been in the news? I guess while we're still in family, my notes are wild, man. I don't know. Y'all been missing out. Okay, I know this solo thing. It's gonna take a minute of time to get used to, but whatever. You know, I'm riding this thing out successfully. No Diddy. Can you beef with your offspring for being more successful than you? And I think that you definitely can. Like, let's say something that you're passionate about that you wanted to achieve a success in for all your life or whatever, and then your little parasite grows up to be better at it than you, like almost effortlessly. I think that in that case, you can definitely beef with your offspring. Like, for instance, I definitely believe that Drake's dad was shooting at him on Pound Cake. Like in the beginning, in the intro, you know, he's definitely shooting at Drake and all his hits that are here and then gone tomorrow. If you don't get that reference, go back and listen to it because I know that kind of sounds weird just bringing that out like that. But I think Drake's dad was shooting at him on Pound Cake. Listen to the intro, you'll know what I mean. I think maybe Marvin Gaye, maybe his dad was a little bit jealous of him and, you know, it drove him crazy or whatever. Rest in peace, Marvin Gaye. I'm not joking about the dead. But I definitely think that his dad was kind of jealous. And one, for the books, I definitely know that this nigga was jealous. I mean, but he also had an ulterior motive, is Joe Jackson. He beat them little niggas into success because he was mad because he could never get on that stage and like Michael did. Yeah. He definitely did that shit. I mean, and I think the ulterior motives was if he beats them to be successful, then he gets a nice, comfy, and cushy life and everything, which don't sound like a bad idea. I know 3 girls that definitely need to get up and start singing and shit. Maybe podcasting, maybe rapping, who knows? But yeah, that is definitely something that I do believe in. But let's see, where we at? I know it seems like I'm going through these quite quick, which is funny and perfectly fine. I guess on the show, one thing that I've noticed that we do a lot, and I think that we do definitely need to improve on, is our pacing. We spend like a lot of fucking time talking about one subject and we'll drag that shit out. And I'm sorry. Some of them know about my frustrations with that. I'm trying to get better at doing it, at cleaning that up, so we ain't out here talking about dicks for like 2 hours or whatever. Like, who really wants to hear that? Like, seriously, nobody. But yeah. We'll keep that going. Let's see. I'm telling you. Okay. My process for coming up with shit that I think about is either looking at them at the news or whatever and just taking stuff off the whatever pops up, the Twitter trending things or whatever, which is, not difficult at all. But I think where a lot of us create, I think Kyle does this too or whatever, is either in the toilet, just sitting down and thinking about whatever random thing comes to mind, or being in the shower. I think everybody has shower thoughts or whatever. I mean, some of them have a subreddit dedicated to r/shower thoughts or whatever. I don't get my shit from there. It's all from my own shower. Boom. But one thing that popped up to me that I was kind of always curious about, and I had to get on my little investigation shit and try to figure this shit out, is hold on. Pepsi break. Lil Durk. Now I've heard of him. I know of him, but I've never listened to a single song by this dude. I have zero desire to listen to anybody with dreads that comes from Chicago. I'm not listening to it. I don't care. They can make the best music and I'll never fucking know. Actually, I'll take that back. No. I think Lupe has dreads now, so that fits. I'm never listening to another Lupe song. It just is what it is. I don't care what I'm missing. But Lil Durk. I had to really look into these things because I was always kind of curious. Now, when you say his name, Durk, then I always thought that his name was possibly Derek, and it was just somebody that was just talking too quick. They call him Durk, and then they just got slowly formed into Durk, and that's just kind of how he got his rap name, which would be kind of funny and hilarious and creative or whatever. I'd roll with that if my name was Derek and just turning the shit into Durk. But then I had to look up his actual name. His name is Mustafa Abdul Malak. And then I was disappointed. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't make anything about Adam Mustafa or whatever. Like, you're close to the king of Africa with that one. But not quite. So, I don't know. Where do you get that from? I mean, I guess, I don't know. Whatever. We're going to move on. Because it frustrated me. I was just kind of mad about that. But, yeah. More things that frustrate me while we're on the topic of it is a Berlin-based artist that makes sculptures out of sugar. And if anybody knows me bringing up stories or whatever, this shit always catches my eye. Any of the reels or anything like that, if I'm scrolling through while I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm going to see something that might be interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and check that shit out. So I did. I see this dude. He's forming up some little crystal, whatever, sculptures type shit. And I see some white people coming in and they're licking it. And I'm like, that's kind of odd. Like, why would you just lick up some sculpture that's just sitting there? And I go into to further into the video, whatever, and dude starts talking about it like, yeah, I pretty much make these things out of sugar. And it just started off just randomly one day when somebody just got close to it and licked it after they found out that it was sugar. And then more and more people started licking it. And I just kind of looked at them because I was just kind of like, oh, that's gross. Like, you don't know who just licked that same spot that you were just at. Like, you don't know anything that's been going on with that person and in their mouth, and you're just going to lick a piece of art that's just been sitting there. And It made perfect sense to me why we have pandemics. And yeah, in the comment section, like, well, before the comment section, he was even commenting on like, yeah, that's pretty sick. Like, it's pretty gross. I don't know why they do that, but and left it at that, kept it moving. But in the comment section, everybody's going in on these people. It's like, yeah, it makes so much sense. Like I don't understand why people do this. One person who claimed to be white was pretty much on the whole, this is why other races hate us, and it's just, yeah, I don't understand why they do the shit. It's fucking gross. People of Berlin, I hope to never hear anything about a master race coming out of there, because that set y'all back, and there ain't nothing that you can do about it. Let's see, cheating. A perfect insult is if I wanted to kill myself, I'd climb your ego and jump to your IQ. Bars. Came from a rapper, but whatever. Music. I will say I've been meaning that. I mean, bringing this up to a few people or whatever. I mean, I know I brought it up to Michael, and when he went to one of the parties that I was at, whatever. If you've ever looked at John Legend's Greenlight video, he definitely starts the video off getting mad at everybody because they're not paying attention to him. And like, you could pause this right now, as long as you come back, please. Okay. You back? Okay, cool. So he stops the video, whatever, or he stops the little session. He's singing, they're just ordinary people. Stops it because nobody's paying attention to him. Slams down the case, the cover to his grand piano, and starts looking around. Everybody starts looking back at him because they're like, "Oh shit, we done fucked up. He gonna get Chrissy Teigen on us or whatever." But he gets pissed off or whatever, and then starts singing his song. And I don't know why, but I lost my shit when I saw that, because I'm like, how you gonna get super mad because nobody's paying attention to you? He's like setting light skinned people back. I ain't like that shit. Not one too bit. Pepsi break. Let's see, another video that I saw, and I don't know, I was at work. This shit definitely randomly popped into my head. And if you also have another minute that you want to pause from this and go take a look at, just so you can get the reference, as long as you come back, it's in Mario's video. Is that "Let Me Love You"? If you when the girl he's trading or whatever heads outside to go meet up with her boyfriend, you know, Mario's heartbroken and whatnot. He takes a second and he goes to the window to look out just to see the girl and her guy, you know, embracing and whatnot. I don't know what was up with the boyfriend. He is a true scumbag. Like, this dude he sensed that Mario was in pain, and he was in pain because of this dude. So he turns around and looks right at the spot that Mario was at, looked him dead in his eyes, was like, "Yeah, nigga, this is my girl. I'm gonna do some nasty things to her tonight." If you look at the video, that's definitely on his face. He said that shit. He stopped the whole video. They had captions for it and everything. He looked him dead in his big ass nostrils and told him that shit, and then pimped off and walked off. No problem. He's like, "Let me love you." He's like, no. She gonna be loving his dick later. Oh man, go look at that shit when you get a chance to. It's not gonna be a waste of your time. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be the best thing that you've ever seen. It's not gonna make you sick or anything, like this movie, The Terrifier will. Apparently, what the news is going on about this shit is that it's making people sick. It's a very, 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 very gory movie or whatever. Actually, let me back that up, because I ain't never seen it and I ain't never gonna see it. But allegedly, it's a very gory movie, and some people are pussy and have been throwing up or whatever once they seen like the first 3 minutes, I believe, or some shit like that. Or maybe it was even the trailer. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm being a headline nigga here, but whatever. So I'm not gonna check it out, but I encourage you to. If you check it out and you survived, it was no big deal, no issues, no nothing, boom, boom, then go ahead and check back with me. Let me know. Let me see if people are actually getting sick out here, if you survived it or not. I kind of want to see. But let's go. Let's see. I have been having issues and things that are making me sick. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. One person out there in particular that definitely has been making me sick, and I'm tired of hearing about her, is Jaguar Wright. I do not understand what's going on with people, why they're really paying attention to this person. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, some people will be like, oh, well, she's been right a few times or whatever, which, I mean, cool, I guess. I guess I would really need to see what she was right about, because I'm not just going to take their word for it. But I don't understand what's going on in the world where everybody pretty much is leaning towards being a conspiracy theorist. Like, it's the weirdest shit to me. Like, and the problem is, like, when you have a bunch of people that are being conspiracy theorists, it really takes away from things that could really be needed to be highlighted. Like, I don't, like, cool, sex trafficking, all that shit, rape, blah, 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 blah. Not cool, not good. Cool. If something like that is happening, then yeah, sure, talk about it. Like, bring it up, whatever. But I don't think that she's the type of person that definitely needs to be bringing this up, because she looks like a crazy person, looks and sounds like a crazy person when she's talking about it. And so it just takes away her credibility, and it hurts more than it would help if she was telling the truth. Yeah. Like, and the crazy part is when she starts talking about this shit, and it's a particular person that or whatever that people already don't like for whatever reason, then it just builds and builds and builds and builds. Like, if anybody already knows, then you know that I'm a Hovenger. I'm gonna jump in and not believe any of the Jay-Z slander. I won't stand for it. It doesn't matter. So when she's coming out of nowhere and she's on Piers Morgan and she's talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce are like nasty people, blah, 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 then I can't take it serious, because, I don't believe it, which, could be a flaw on my part, which is perfectly fine. Whatever. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. But it's when you already have people that dislike Jay-Z, which I think it's because he and Beyonce are billionaires, and then people like Sam are like, oh, billionaires shouldn't exist, blah, blah, blah. Then they're just going to jump on the bandwagon of just not liking somebody and believe an absolute crazy person. So you see a bunch of these people in comment sections that are always talking about like, oh yeah, they're definitely sacrificing children and drinking blood, and they're definitely trafficking these people. And I don't understand how the fuck people in the world are taking this seriously and also spewing it. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but whatever. Kind of going on a tangent there, but it's definitely necessary, because it just is what it is. Some things you have to combat, and combating stupid people isn't really my thing. That's more of an Alex thing. But I'm gonna call it out when I can. And since I have this platform, then I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, on the whole conspiracy thing, if you ain't know, now you know, nigga. There's a Biggie Smalls conspiracy theory that's going around, and it's perpetuated by another black person, which that's another thing. I don't like black people being conspiracy theorists. I think they definitely should leave that to the whites. And it should definitely be brought back down to the level of crazy white people in vans talking about conspiracy theories. That's where it needs to stay. That's where it was definitely original. That's when some of the stuff was believable about frogs making people gay. That stuff, that needs to be highlighted. That's real news out here that needs to be in these streets, not Biggie Smalls had a tranny in his video, or transgender person. Yeah. It was in the notes because it was shorter than writing transgender person. Y'all wouldn't put grandma, put granny, but whatever. So basically, if you look back, I'm hitting y'all with a lot of references to stop the video, stop the recording or whatever, and go check out. I'm sorry. I mean, normally, if I was doing this, then I'd have a cast of people here and we could all take a look at it or whatever, and then get our reactions from it there. But Since they're not, then this is what we got to do, at least for now. Maybe I'll change it up next week. But whatever. If you go look at Biggie Smalls' video, Big Papa, then there's a scene where a woman goes into the bathroom. You don't see it, but it's implied that she whips out her willy and gets to whizzing. And I guess she's also in another video of his. I think it's Dead Wrong. And then she's also in another video with LL Cool J. I think it's his song, whatever. It's Fatty Girl. She's also in that. On the Big Papa video, yeah, she just goes to the bathroom. On the Dead Wrong or Who Shot You? I forget which one it was. But she's laying in the bed and she's supposed to be Big's love interest or whatever. So that's why people are all on this whole thing of like, oh, well, Big definitely knew. And, you know, since Diddy is kind of fruity and whatever, then he knew too. And they put all this out there. So they just playing in our faces and everything. And I'm like, that goes back to the whole comment section, you know, with crazy black people becoming conspiracy theorists. Like, why do you always think that somebody is like playing in y'all face with somebody being gay? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if somebody's gay, why does it matter? Like, it's the stupidest shit. And like, whatever. It's a tangent, whatever. But back to this girl. Let's see. Like I said, she was in LL Cool J's video, whatever. And I think this part was funny. Before LL starts rapping, whatever, in the video, it shows her, but right at the beginning of his verse, it says something like he, she, like he, she, like, don't make fun of me for that, whatever. But they were pretty much saying like, oh, they're dropping a clue there. See, they're playing in people's faces with this again. They just want the whole world to be gay. I don't get it, man. I swear to God, I hate y'all. But yeah, so that's the if you look that, you can look that up on TikTok, like it'll be right there, and like there'll be so many people that'll come out, like, you know, that were allegedly around during that time, and they'll be like, oh yeah, she was definitely a man, like everybody knew it, and you know, like it's no big secret or whatever, and this is all they do in Hollywood, and you know, everybody just sells their soul or whatever. And I'm like, it don't make no sense. I'm just saying. To get things going, I would definitely puff a Diddy. I mean, why not? Shit. Justin Bieber out here crying. He got a brand new Ferrari. Like, why he mad? Just had to go to a party. You ain't have to do nothing. I know. I'm joking. Let me stop. But let's see. Boom, boom, boom. People out there, fat rappers, Macho Man, Diddy got arrested. Oh, that's what it was. I mean, I did mention Diddy. I might as well get this one out of the way. Even though I am definitely kind of getting tired of hearing all the Diddy jokes or whatever. Anything that pops up where it's kind of sus or whatever, then everybody's always on some Diddy shit. Like, whatever. It's kind of getting old. But I'm going to end it here. With another conspiracy theory. Ooh. Diddy was only arrested because he was trying to buy CBS and change things. And with everything that we know now, all the shows were going to become different. Like, can you imagine Diddy in charge of a show called Survivor? What would he have done? What would he have done with Naked and Afraid? What would he have done with a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, man. That's the only reason why Diddy got locked up. He was becoming too powerful, and he was gonna definitely make these game shows into grooming rings. I cracked the case. There it is. It's all out in the open. Now everybody knows. But let's see. Yeah, I think that might be it. I kind of had a good run through of a lot of my topics. I hope they were a little bit entertaining for you. You know, I'm trying to get back in here. You know, slow and steady. If you heard it in my voice, I am just a little bit under the weather. You know, that's not really a reason why I haven't been here, but that's neither here nor there. But I will say that it is always important for you to never forget to remembering while forgetting to remember. And that should be it. But yeah, no, enough of the jokes. This has been Jonathan the Great, and this is All Points B-Sides. You know, make sure that you go out there and get you some W energy. Promo code All Points. Get in at w.gg, whatever. Get you 10% off, man. Help support the show. Help us get to a higher level so we can get into Diddy parties. All right? Please do. All right. With that being said, this is Jonathan the Great, and I am out of here. Peace, peace, peace.